Hey, this is Sarah Beth, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich
Shut
is that
that
crispy.
commercial fuck up. Hey, Shakula. No, this is just depending on how well it comes out, more of like a just doing a favor for an old friend. Oh, hey, Mike. How are you doing, sir? Aravintan Shanmungam. Some of these names I can't pronounce. Hello, how's it going? But yeah, Shakula, an old buddy who I used to do kind of some work with years ago for his very, very, very small independent publishing place. He kind of joked that if I ever felt like doing some charity work, he could use a cover for this collection he's doing. And I didn't necessarily say yes, but I thought that I'd just see if I could throw something together of this character of his. And just something to vary up, you know, something a little bit different for a minute. Angel's Journey, hello. Chocula, did you ever hear back about your getting your book graded? Yeah, I don't know how long. What's the normal turnaround time on something like that? I've never even remotely looked into something like that. I have not a clue. Oh, a month. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Something like that would make sense. I'm sure they get a lot. I still think that's clever that you decided to do that. You're like, why not? Yeah, you were talking like it might be too thick and stuff like that, so they might not accept it. I guess you'll see, right? I think I told you, Shakila, I ordered that new Liefeld book, a $50 experiment. Yeah, but I think I mentioned it to you. I did order that new Youngblood, hoping to get it next week. Yeah. It'll be fun to flip through. Our friend Ginger Bear, he was sending me pictures of it because he got his. He's like, what the fuck? This is. But he made $250,000, so what do I know? Yeah, my review. Montoya, how's it going? Yeah, it's this cover by these bass singers. Um, I discovered it like a year ago and become one of my favorite things. I've listened to it a million times. Sometimes your art comes out looking like you drew with a patch over one eye or both eyes. Oh, I think we've all been there, right? Where you feel like, did I have a seizure or something when I was drawing this thing? Because I don't know what the hell I just did. I always kind of freeze up when I have to draw the face, especially when it's the female face. And I want her to look comic book hot. As dumb as it sounds, if I don't nail it the first time, at least kind of in the basic gestural, I always feel like I'll never get it quite right. I know you can erase, but I don't know. It's just, if I don't kind of nail it the first time, I kind of feel like I've always screwed up. I can just never quite recover. Especially when it's an up angle like this. It's always tricky. Starfish, how's it going?
For memories that last and produce that last longitude, only
Good starfish, just doodling.
This is a meal. It's buttery, yet toasty. And the taste?
Well, thanks, Montoya. We'll see, right? It's kind of like maybe it's working, maybe not. We'll see. Starfish, you say I just finished making a comic about like how life is, but I just have to add the writing and stuff. It's like drawing, but not that much. So you've basically drawn the thing. You just have to script it. Is that what you're saying? That's always the. That's an important component. Anime Club. How's it going?
Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out the
All right, Montoya, thanks for stopping in, man.
special concept or any you could go A to B, or you could go to point X with a versatile X5.
Sometimes I feel like I should pick a topic to talk about and just kind of fill dead space with conversation so people aren't bored sitting there like. I know that usually the chat provides topics of conversation, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I should be talking more. But then I'm like, no one wants to listen to anything I've got to say. Time to do the flip mirror test, see if anything's completely screwed up. Yeah. Looks uglier, but not completely screwed up. I guess we'll soldier on and see what happens.
HP virtualization solutions let you break free from vendor lock-in with a unified approach to VMware and Kubernetes.
circle template. This is a friend's character that he publishes independently. It's this character. This is a cover I drew for him years ago. And he kind of hit me up asking me if I'd maybe draw her again for a collected edition. I'm like, sure. Why not? Trying to think compositionally where would be a good idea to put a moon, if anywhere. I got it. Ah. Don't fuck it up.
the same as having State Farm. It's like getting a homeowner. You do that now. This is much more Batman related. Just a
Payback. You didn't know I was an artist? You love my videos covering Image Comics? Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. It's just a thing I started, which it's weird to think about. It was 2 years ago. I don't know why. I didn't have like really a goal or a plan. Just something fun. Why not? Let's give it a shot. And it's kind of worked out in my favor in a lot of ways. But yeah, I draw too. You know, I talk about in some of my videos. I try not to be too much of a hypocrite. I'm like, I know how hard it is to draw on some level. I mean, I'm not a professional at anything. I never have been, but I do draw and I do take it seriously. And I know that making comics is not easy at all. So I try not to be too much of a hypocrite when I'm busting balls on some other professional's work, but I have. I'm working on one now. I've done 6 graphic novel type things. I just finished the last one last fall. I was live streaming almost the entire creation of it. It was a fan comic, so it's a little bit less, like, it's not like it's mine, but just a fan fiction for fun, but I'm working on my own stuff. This thing is currently just a gift favor for a friend. Just something to vary up what I normally do. Oh yeah, I've watched Invincible. I read the whole series when it was coming out in real time. I actually met the artist a couple of times, Ryan Otley. I actually got to go visit him at his house once a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's a great series. Yeah, read the whole thing, watched everything. Can't wait for the new Battle Beast comic to come out. Super excited for that one. Yeah, Payback, that would have been amazing. Dragon would have been my favorite because I know they would have done him right. Pitt even guest starred at one time. If you know the Dale Keown comic, That would have been incredible to see. But legal reasons abound. I'm sure there's a million reasons why they can't, but that would have been so great. See, I absolutely disagree with the idea that he's overpowered, depending on what you may be getting at. I mean, Battle Beast is a super, super strong character, but he's not the strongest character. But there's always going to be somebody who's like the supreme super badass. And Battle Beast, he's funny because just like the animated show in the book, he just showed up in the background of a bunch of other characters, which they did all the time in the book. There's just, here's a whole new pile of designs. And once they had the fight, he was super profoundly disappointed in how easy the battle was. He just screamed and got lost. And so we're like, oh, okay, whatever, But then Battle Beast kept showing up, and then you kept seeing how strong he was and how he just wants to fight someone to give him a challenge. So it makes room for like a character that's just pursuing the ultimate battle and to get into these big, violent, bloody fights, which Ryan Otley loves to do. He loves to draw those because he's good at it. So I don't call a character overpowered just because he's extremely strong, because there's always strong characters. It's just more about how interesting can the writer make the character. It's like Superman. That would be the challenge. Dustin, hello from Germany. Hello, how are you? I wasn't going to get the new Youngblood, mainly because of financial reasons that have hit me recently and the exorbitant cost that Liefeld's charging for them. But I did have somebody, a friend of the channel, basically super chat me the money to cover it, to order it. And then I'm like, okay, that's fair. And then I found it on his website for fairly inexpensive, it's like $25 with shipping, which is like It's a lot for a single comic. It's kind of bullshit how expensive it is. Um, and I just know it's gonna be garbage. It's gonna be trash, but um, it makes for good YouTube content for my channel. So I ordered it, and in theory, it's supposed to be arriving next week. We'll see what's in it, but I can basically guarantee you I know exactly what's in it. It's a bunch of guys standing around, screaming at each other, punching, punching, punching. There's no character development. But he made $250,000, so what do I know? But when he's selling them for the prices that he is, people are bidding on single issues and paying $300. You're like, okay. But I will be getting it because good YouTube channel content. Octopus, what's my opinion on Fire Breather? If that's the book I'm thinking of, I think I picked up a copy of an issue a long time ago, and there was nothing wrong with it. It just didn't click with me. I didn't find anything interesting enough that made me want to keep collecting it, so I didn't. I did not pick up any more. And I honestly don't remember anything about the one that I did read. So that's not me saying it's no good. I'm just saying it didn't hold my attention. I forget the name of the guy who draws that book, if we're thinking of the same guy.
A first of its kind buttery slinky sandwich that reminds me of
Chocula, Battle Beast wants to be defeated. Yeah, exactly. He's like, somebody, like, be stronger than me. I don't know much about the historical accuracy of the Arthurian legends, but I always think of that movie Excalibur, where Lancelot was going around and just wanting to find somebody who could best him. He's like, I'm the best knight ever. I'm the best swordsman. There's no one out there worthy of my abilities. And then he runs into Arthur, and Arthur defeats him. So it's like, finally, a worthy person to, I will follow your banner. That's kind of Battle Beast, except he just wants somebody to... Does Battle Beast want to die? Or does he just... I don't know. Either way, the concept may not make for a, good, long-running book, but for, a reoccurring character and like a one-off or whatever it may be, I think it's interesting. Payback, you gotta admit, Shaft and Die Hard have the sickest designs. I cannot agree with that. I mean, Shaft doesn't have a single definable design. It's constantly changing, which is fine, I guess. But I certainly don't list it as... He's got a red and white color scheme, and he's got bow and arrows. Like, okay. In Die Hard, it has, the potential for an interesting design. I can't stand his shoulder-mounted flotation devices. Those just round technological things that go around his shoulders. Like, what are they? They don't do anything. They're just round shapes that connect to him. Just bug me. They're just so dumb looking. But I don't mind, the blue and white kind of design with the stripe down the mask. It kind of works. I think Youngblood as a whole has interesting possibilities. I've seen, people do fan art of them, and I'm like, oh my god, this version you drew... I want to see this team. I want to see these characters. This looks awesome. Vogue, Chapel, Combat. I would draw a Youngblood comic if I was, given the chance to. Well, not just draw it, but write it. I could be on board with that. There's certainly potential there. And the only time it reached close to its potential was like that one time Alan Moore wrote it for like an issue and a half, and then it all went away.
Hey, Dad, I'm gonna learn every trick in the world.
How long will that take?
A week?
Payback, do you know if the Image characters all live in the same universe? It's just not that simple. When they started, they did, but the creators all own their own characters, and so if they leave, they take their characters with them. It's not that simple. It's not like Marvel Comics where it's a company that's owned like a corporate thing. It's individual creators that all have the same logo. So at first, when Image Comics started, they all played into that, but you'll drive yourself kind of nuts if you try to think of them as living in the same universe. Well, why didn't this character show up? Or why didn't these characters respond? It just kind of doesn't work that way. Adam Brooks, we're still talking Battle Beast. We kind of skipped over it for half a second. Like, we talked about it, then moved away, then come back. But hey, Battle Beast. Youngblood seems more Avengers to me than Young Justice. I mean, yeah, they're like this premier superhero team that has been mishandled, like, immensely. Well, I've traced as much on this as I'm going to get. I need to get rid of the light box here in just a second. Adam, you enjoyed my extreme sacrifice video? Thanks, man. Originally I was going to just do each chapter in the book, but then I'm reading it. I'm like, I do not want to read all of these things. I can't. I will not. So I'm like, let's just blast through it. And then somebody pointed out to me that I missed a point where Crypt is actually Prophet just from the future turned evil or something like that. I'm like, really? Boy, I missed that. Boy, I don't know that I care, but I did miss the story point. Payback, yeah, because after Invincible time skip for 5 years, I was wondering where was Savage Dragon in all of this sets. Invincible really focused on him a lot in the early. No, Crypt is Prophet. I don't know if I misspoke. And maybe I misspoke, but somebody said that Crypt is Prophet. Liefeld has several might as well be Cable characters, like that Colonel Bravo and the leader of Bloodstrike, Cabot, and just freaking everybody. But that's what somebody said. They're like, you missed a point. In the end, Prophet unmasks Crypt, and it's revealed that he's him from the future or something. Well, you're saying, Cable, yeah. It's always an evil future version, right? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's overhead light. Light box off. Is Cyberforce a short read octopus? I guess it depends. I mean, it went for 30 or 40 issues, so I guess it depends on how much you want to read. I find it kind of fun and enjoyable. It's certainly not deep superhero comics. He tried it with his S.H.I.E.L.D. reboot too, an older S.H.I.E.L.D. from the future. It's like he's a one-trick pony, right, Mr. Liefeld? I mean, I've said that about Spawn. So is McFarlane. McFarlane's kind of a one-trick pony, but man, he rides it to
Just double-click, small, and tap.
success.
Compatible devices required. Terms apply.
Oh my damn YouTube commercial crap. Shut up, commercials. Oh my god, I hate it. Did Cyberforce fail as a comic series? It depends on what you mean. When it started, it was a massive success, just like every other Image comic, and it went for 30 or 40 issues. I just think it kind of reached the end of its... Silvestri's studio pivoted from superhero shit to more fantasy shit, like Witchblade and The Darkness and stuff like that. And that's where they got popular. So they left Cyberforce behind, and they've tried rebooting it at least once, maybe twice. Sylvester, I don't know that he was super interested in it in the first place. There's that story out there that he pitched Cyberforce originally, or was going to pitch Cyberforce to Marvel as an X-Men branch title. And Liefeld caught him and said, no, we're going to go form Image. Keep it for yourself, dum-dum. And when you think of it like that, it's totally just X-Men with cybernetic enhancements, which is fine. But I don't think he ever really gave a shit. And once Witchblade started and Michael Turner took off from that, and they found real, success, and then he did The Darkness, which I guess was technically a success. I look back on it, I'm like, there was really nothing there. To me, The Darkness is kind of like Spawn. It's a book that only works in there should be one story, one graphic novel telling the story, and it's done. I don't see it as this is a long-running series. This is a concept that will sustain. But they tried to run it forever. And I look back on it, I'm like, I've never read anything that Garth Ennis has done that I really like, but I really ended up just thinking that The Darkness written by Garth Ennis was just not that good. Payback, do you think Kirkman is a good writer? I do. I don't think just because he's a good writer on some things means that everything he's going to do is great. I thought Invincible was amazing. It's one of my favorite books I've ever read. And I read big chunks of The Walking Dead, and I was never bored with it. I kind of stopped due to just life situations, and I never kind of picked it back up, and one of these days I want to. But Walking Dead kind of speaks for itself and its success. But he's written some stinkers. But isn't that everybody? I mean, it's not just because you write one or two successful things. I mean, he can hold his head high, and is that he wrote two things that are financially paying off for him to make him set up for life. The Walking Dead's made him a millionaire. And Invincible, especially now, has paid off handsomely for him. So, now he can kind of do whatever he wants. And there's always going to be, things that just don't work. And that's fine. That's anybody. Frank Miller's regarded as one of the greatest writers of some of the greatest comic works ever. And he's written some absolute shit. It doesn't negate the good thing. Image United had so much potential. I guess that thing sucked. Boy, did they fail with that. It didn't work. It's a shame because it should have worked. Radiant Black. I have, but I can't remember what that is. But I feel like it's probably something that people have told me I should check out, and it's awesome. And I honestly, I just keep forgetting. Remind me what that is, if you don't mind.
Ever feel like a spectator in your own life with chronic migraine? 15 or more headaches a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches.
Discovers a floating black orb on train tracks. It's like a Power Ranger series. Really? Then that is not what I was thinking of. I don't think I've heard of that. Yeah, Shakula, I agree. They were all trying to outsell each other at the beginning. I think Larson was the only one that didn't care as much about competing. Yeah, I think Larson just wanted to create comics. He's like, oh, thank God, I can finally make comics with my own characters the way I want, and not have to answer to no damn person. And he's still doing it. I'm ready to drop his title. It's just hard to bring myself to do it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow when I go into the shop to check my holds. What's up, Mark? Marky Mark. Pages 48 and 49 running out of steam. It's hard to keep up at a massive pace, man. You've been putting in a lot of work, dude. No doubt. I know you said, I'm sorry, how many pages is it going to be? You've told me, and I forgot. Put a fuck up on the foot here. What the hell was I doing? 40, so you're like right there. Yeah, okay. Well, it's an impressive bit of work, man, to pump out that much work. Yeah, color them. You're kind of phoning in the last pages. Been there. I look at my He-Man fan comic, and there's some pages at the end there. I'm just like, oh man, I was burned out. I was done. But I'm like, I couldn't stop. It had to be done, and I got it done. Got to do the cover and all the accoutrement for the magazine. Do you put like gag ads and stuff like that in the magazine portion of that, Mark? I remember there was some clever stuff in that last one, the one that you sent me. I can't remember. I just keep thinking of that League of Extraordinary Gentlemen that I was going through. I've done the first issue, and there's a bunch of like old gag like ads in the back of the book for like turn of the century advertisements, but meant to be funny, and it's just so, it made me laugh so hard. you think this time it'll be meant as an actual comic? Last was just a big joke project. This time I want it to be more real, I guess. Maybe a bad idea. I mean, whatever you want to do with it, I think it'll be awesome either way. For a joke project, man, you sure made a hell of a killer piece of work there. If you couldn't tell by my super hyping it up on the video I did, I was like, this is so great. Well, Mark, you've already got me, dude. Anything you put out, I will share and promote. Like, you don't have to ask twice. I really need to. I talk about this all the time. I need to up my frickin' technological setup so I can do better videos and like interview video chats and things like that. But one of these days. You want my honest opinion? Well, I mean, I'm not here to shit on anybody's work unless you're named Rob Liefeld. Or, or mostly that writer of Curse of Spawn, that Alan McElroy. God, that stuff was garbage. Anyway, he's the only one who's written something I actually can't stand. But yeah, I can kind of give, like, honest feedback, but I kind of doubt that there's going to be anything that I'm like, this is so dumb. And of course, I would never say that. This thing I'm drawing here, I talked about on my channel once or twice. I did a video just a little while ago about that Canadian character, the Leaf. I don't know if you saw that, but that guy, I worked with that guy for quite a while, and he's still doing all these books with all these random like what's it called when the copyright is expired, you can use it, oh my god, you'll know what I mean. Anyway, he keeps making comics with a bunch of uh, other characters and just random things. Anyway, he posted recently this image on Facebook that's a collection of this character that he's done. Public domain, thank you. Right. And I drew this for that guy years ago, and I forgot that I even did it. And so he posted it, and he accidentally miscredited it. So I kind of sent him a message like, "Hey man, you put the wrong artist on there. I drew that, not that other guy." He's like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry. I just copied the blurb. My mistake." And so we kind of were catching up a little bit, just kind of, you know, it's been, I was working with them 13 years ago, and we were pretty tight for a while, and just I kind of started going off and doing my own thing. I got sick of drawing his characters. If I'm going to draw characters that don't go anywhere, I want to do my own shit rather than shit for other people, so I kind of just abandoned it. But while we were chit-chatting, he was like, "Hey, if you ever feel like you got nothing to do and you feel like doing a charity case, I'm going to put together a third collected edition. And if I wanted to do another drawing of this character," so I'm like, "Oh, sure, why not?" So take this character, Beetle Girl, and just have her jumping through the air, and it's just something different to do. So that's all that is. Yeah, it's kind of fun just to have something new to do, and I mean, don't worry, I've got plenty of comic pages I need to be doing, obviously. But like I did some random sketches of ideas, and I guess I chose the girl jumping through the air one. What's up, Gayton? Gayton just woke up. Well, you couldn't wake up to a more splendid YouTube channel, could ya? He's like, yeah, that's what it is. Jeffrey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm doing good. Just doodling, trying to think of this next thing I wanna. Oh, damn, Shocula. Man, sorry to hear that. That super sucks, man.
Did you look them up in the future, including new Comic-Con stuff cuts?
Maybe you need a little rap inspiration. Valstar Ultra, starting at $29.98 a gallon.
Did you say your dad's 90? Is that what you said, Shocula? I mean, that's a good, not trying to diminish anything. That's a long, long life there. That's, I hope everything turns out okay, though, man.
This is a meal. A first of its kind buttery toasted sandwich that reminds you of when you studied abroad.
Yeah, no R-rated stuff on this one, man. This is just kind of the one that I was just doing. I just finished this one. It's kind of just doing a favor for an old friend. Yeah, it was a shocker the other day. That was even the edited version. You should see the unedited version, man. I've been telling people on these live streams, this thing that I'm going to do, I'm like, it's going to be very adult. But the whole thing is not adult. It's just like this one little section in terms of the extreme graphic stuff. But yeah. You're on the train on the way home and my post came up. Well, I'm glad I censored the hell out of it. Shocker. You can't believe it was like a minor thing. Like, I don't really care. That guy's not selling any comic books. Don't get me wrong. I'm more successful than he is at this point. You know, he writes, but he doesn't draw, so he has a bunch of artists working for him, but it's all for free. But you know, he's making stuff. He's just not making any money at it at all. But he keeps doing it. It was just a mistake. He instantly corrected it and showed me that it was correct. He's got stuff on like Amazon print on demand, and it's correct there, and it's on the what's that other place? Let me look up. Drive-through comics. It's credited correctly. He just copied and pasted the wrong thing. I can market it as a special bagged edition. Comes with a blue pencil. Jeffrey, I do not watch Star Wars anymore. It's dead. I don't care how good Andor may be, and it may be. I don't know. I don't care. Star Wars is dead. I don't like Rogue One. I never watched the first Andor. And again, I understand it's good. Like, I'm not trying to take that away from anybody, but they've been fucking the corpse of Star Wars for so long. It's just, I don't care. The original trilogy, that's it. I'm done. Yeah, Jeffrey, I mean, we'll see what the ratings are like, and if anybody's watching. Like, it's one thing if, you know, you like it and there's some people that like it, but if the audiences aren't turning in, and if the ratings are absolutely god-awful, then it's dead, even if you like it, or even if I like it, you know what I mean? And again, I'm not saying that to be confrontational, I swear. It's just that everything Star Wars related has been tanking and eating shit. Even that recent show, it was like kind of geared towards kids. People like, it's Star Wars, but for kids. Like, it ate shit on the ratings bad. Like, no one's watching. No one cares anymore. And that's unfortunate, but it's what Disney's done to it. You know, there's always, you know, the diehard fans. Like, I know two guys personally who will love anything Star Wars related. It doesn't matter how bad it is. And I kind of stopped debating with, not debating, but having conversations with them. Because I'm like, they love it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I don't need to try and talk them out of it. But it's just kind of, if the ratings are abysmal, then it sucks. It's done. It's over, you know. He flew a TIE fighter around and blew up stuff in the latest episode. Yeah, I heard. I watched a review on it. And then some movie called Starfighter. I'm like, good luck. The more they keep trying to keep it alive, the more I'm like, it's the less I care. There used to be this amazing magic to it, and just not for me anymore. But again, I hope that you and other people love it. Like enjoy it. Don't let my dislike and frustration with the state of the franchise. I'm not trying to take away anyone's joy. It's just I don't care. They need to kill it and put it away for a decade and let people miss it, and then have some people who really know what they're doing come along and make something really special and try to revitalize some interest that way. But Jeffrey, you'll cry about Star Wars and Andy Kubert later tonight. They need your lightsaber. I hear you, dude. Yeah. Like, I don't mean to be that douchebag guy that's like, fuck Star Wars, it's done. But to me it is. I'm just saying it is. It is over. Don't care. A D in the jar lightsaber. Thanks, Jeffrey. And see, I know a lot of people keep referring to Rogue One as a good movie, and I get it. But my argument against it, like, I came out of it and I'm like, I watched it in theater. I'm like, I couldn't tell you the name of not one of those characters. I walked out of there and going, there was a guy and then some girl and there was a robot that was really funny, but I couldn't tell you anything about it. And then as I just kind of keep going along, talking about Star Wars, I'm like, if you remove everything that identifies Rogue One as a Star Wars movie, like the names of the ships, the sound effects, the Death Star, that type of stuff, if you remove the Star Wars kind of IP, does it stand up as anything special on its own? Is it anything any good? And I would argue that it's just kind of mid-range at best, generic war movie. Like, it's not that great, but a lot of it's like, this is the setup to Star Wars. They're getting the plans. Like, yeah, but Do you care if you don't know that it's Star Wars? And if you don't, then is it good? Or is it just Star Wars nostalgia? And I'm just like, ugh, it's Star Wars nostalgia. I do not give a shit. Anarchy and maybe cake. I don't know why, but I like that name, dude. Anarchy and maybe cake. That's a great name, dude. Oh, well done. Oh, that's great. Oh, genuine laugh from me. I love The Last Starfighter. That's a great show. I have a fantasy world that some movie studio will hire me to write and I was going to say direct, but I'm not a movie director. That'd be fun though. But like come up with the story for a sequel to The Last Starfighter and Flight of the Navigator. But yeah, I'd love to be the creative force behind a Last Starfighter sequel. parents saw the last Starfighter and immediately believed all video games are training simulations. See, that's my problem. I've heard some people talk about what they think a sequel to The Last Starfighter should be, and they're all like, it has to be a guy who's really good at Xbox and he's really good at like Call of Duty or something. I'm like, the fucking movie is not about video games. It's not a video game movie. It just happens to be the thing that by which he was tested on, but it's not about gamers. It's the last thing I would do is like, I'm gonna have a new Last Starfighter character, and he's really good. He sits at home and he live streams himself playing Star Wars Rebels or some bullshit. I don't even fucking know any Star Wars games anyway. And because he's so good at this, he could save the universe because he's a video game player. No. No. You didn't like it, did you, Shakula? Oh, that's. Do you still dislike it? Like now that you're older and. I mean, it's kind of a slow burn, but I kind of appreciate it. Like they take the time to kind of build up the character, let you get to know him, his hopes, his dreams, and blah blah blah. And then he takes off in this wild space adventure and ends in a pretty epic, for the time, space battle in a pretty badass space fighter ship. As a kid, I was really into it, and I still like it. I can't tell. This drawing is so big, I can't tell if the head to tit ratio is off and she looks ridiculously over-sexualized. I mean, I am trying to do like comic book hot girl, but I can't tell if I've got them boobies too big. Or, I don't know, fellas, is there such a thing? Yes, there is. But, is that what I've done here? I don't know. Okay, and it wasn't a favorite of yours, but you enjoyed it. You didn't like that simulation guy? Oh, oh my God, what's it called? Beta. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, where he turned into that. Yeah. The top of the line, state of the art beta unit, a courtesy replacement for while you're away. Yeah, that was pretty gruesome in a way, but I don't know. I was into it. I like it when he was trying to pretend to, be the guy, and he didn't know how to play all these gland games, like fucking around with the girl. He's like, should I stick my tongue in your ear now? She's like, don't bother. That was before Hellraiser and you got desensitized to everything. That's fair. I've never seen Hellraiser. I did watch, I made my roommate watch Evil Dead 2 for the first time yesterday. She doesn't like scary shit, but I'm like, look, this is, it's scary on the surface, but like, trust me, it's more funny than it is scary. If you go about it understanding that it's more about the humor. No, I mean, again, it's one of those things where if I didn't see it because my parents never watched it, then I didn't watch it as a young kid, and then a lot of stuff I just never bothered with when I got older because I wasn't interested. Um, I think I did watch the original Hellraiser a couple years ago, just on my own. That's with Pinhead, right? Um, and all those like weird sadomasochistic, weird devil, whatever the fuck they were things. I remember watching it, and I thought that the guy that played the Hellraiser, like the aesthetic of him, the presence, it was really frightening and cool. Son of it, yeah. I didn't care because it had already bypassed me, so I couldn't get into it that much. Shockula, how can you walk out of ET at 12? You are not human. But yeah, making my roommate watch, and I hadn't watched Evil Dead 2 in a long time. I'm like, man, this movie just gets better with every viewing. It does get a little long. Um, you met the creator at a horror convention in Cincinnati. That's always fun. That's awesome. Got such sights to show you. Edward Scissorhands could have been a great... Is it Cenobite? Is that right? Am I saying that correctly? It's true. Close enough. Yeah, Sam Raimi. I wish that he could have had more control over that Doctor Strange movie. I'd like to see an unfucked version of that movie from Marvel, because they flirted with doing something different and Cenobite. Okay. But yeah, they kind of flirted with doing something interesting with that Doctor Strange movie that Sam Raimi directed. But I think you could kind of feel the Marvel stink. Like telling him, no, it has to this or it has to that, but... But oh well. Let there be light table. And kill the light. I don't know how we're gonna get out of this one. Asteroids. Oh no. What are the odds of successfully navigating an asteroid field, everybody? Gaten, you like the concept of the movies more than the actual movies themselves? I get that concept. Sometimes the concept of a thing is awesome, but never quite makes it. Never tell me the odds. Remember when Harrison Ford was charming? We're going to go in closer to one of the big ones. Closer? Oh, greatest sci-fi chase scene ever. Oh, you don't know Shocula? It's an old. I mean, I learned it just through observation when I was younger. But artists, pencilers, they'll put in X's in spots where it's indicated this area to be filled in black. And if you look at a lot of original artists' pencil work, you'll see that all over the place. You know, so when they hand it off to an inker, they know, so they don't have to sit there and fill it in pencil, even though most of the time I do go back and kind of put a little dark tone in there. It's just to kind of help me separate what all the shapes are. But yeah, it's a long-standing artist kind of thing in terms of comics anyway. The little X's mean fill in black. Fill this area in black. Like I could even show, let me grab an example. Haha! I'm going to have to turn on the overhead light real quick. Ugh. But in the back of this Dracula book, with Mike Mignola, you can see he just blocks in the basic figures and he just puts X's all over the damn place. All up the sides, all across the top for the framework, like on the shadowed guy's face. Just an indication, put black. I know you got it from me just describing it, but any chance to pull out a Mignola book and flip through his pencils, man, he's so good. It's one of my favorite drawings he's ever done, this Dracula and Mina dancing and the wolf in the background. So great. Anyway, good stuff. Asteroids do not concern me. I want that ship, not excuses. Hey Shocula, if you're still listening, I think you might be behind in the actual live stream. I don't know. I feel like you're kind of responding to stuff way after we kind of get done chatting about it. That happens to some people sometimes. Domowitz. Do you know what the BWS actually stands for, Mark? I'm suspecting you do, but okay. Yeah, I figured. I figured somebody couldn't make that Barry Windsor Smith joke without actually understanding what it actually was.
Treat yourself to a heat bar, because nothing says special like rich English coffee.
Oh, that's funny, dude. You like me because I'm a scoundrel. There aren't enough scoundrels in your life. Must resist the urge to put pointy nipples on the boobs of the girl drawing. On the flip side, we want people to notice it, right? Are you current there, Shocula? I was just worried that you were kind of behind from where we actually were. No, you're fine, Shaka. It's not a problem. There's nothing to have to apologize for. I just wanted to make sure you knew. Not that it like I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hurt anything. We'll just make fun of you.
Think all eggs are the same. Think again. Invincible has enacted millions of cases, which may have.
That's an interesting idea, Dayton. Set your live streams to play at double time. That way, when they lag back, they'll get you back up to current. I never even thought of that. Clever. cave.
This is a meal. It's buttery, yet toasty. It's a pastry, yet crunchy. It's a croissant.
Your internet just went down? Just randomly? That sucks. That's a bummer, man. Haven't you said that where you're at, it does kind of do that randomly? Like, for whatever reason, your internet will just be gone?
seems easier to just hide your thoughts. But with consistent daily use of Moderna, you can help the old and new thoughts arise and up. In
Shockula, you can't draw tentacles worth of shit. Phrases I never thought I'd hear today. Dumbo, drawing tentacles is a speciality.
This year, I went to Men's Warehouse, so I'll have the best outfit. Looks like we have a problem here.
you have both hats.
Want something special? Try Deep. It's English coffee.
Oh my god, shut up. As long as it's tentacles you're drawing and not testicles. Of course, at this point, who am I to judge? Okay, I think I can draw her hair without the light box, so time to lose the light box. See what the hell I did. Kind of the tightest pencils I've done in a long time, like with line weights and everything. Usually I'm not concerned about line weights. Yeah, Beetle Girl, I know. This is the guy who had a character called The Leaf. Yeah, I did this one originally. I guess the guy gets two options. Beetle Broad. Beetle Bitch. Moving into tuck position. No ship that small has a cloaking device. It's funny, they mention no ship that small has a cloaking device, which is a terminology I've only associate with like Star Trek. And a cloaking device is never mentioned again anywhere. I guess it doesn't need to be, but I always thought it was like, really? They have something like that in Star Wars? They never mention it again. That's fine. Concentrate. Control. You must learn control.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new hardware. From the Kelly Blue Book's best overall TV and hybrid range. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry up to your open hearted dealer today.
Do or do not. There is no try. The one you carry around in your rusty innards. For my ally is the Force. Powerful ally it is. Life creates it, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and binds us. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. I don't believe it. That is why you fail.
This is a meal. Melty, cheesy, flaky, toasty. Lunch just got croissant-tastic. Try the new croissant toast sandwiches. It just
Lunch
feels
just
good
got
at the end.
ass-tastic. Oh, my ass. I could be I could voice the pinball machine, do the voiceover stingers. I kind of like doing voice stuff. My only problem is that, like, good voice actors can, like, come up with their own clever, unique shit. I just kind of repeat shit that I've heard. But that would work in the situation you're talking about. Ugh. My ass is starting to ache on this chair. I want to finish blacking in all these parts on this drawing before I get up and close this live stream down. But my ass is aching. It's taking a pounding, so to speak. Giggity. Poco. She's the fastest hunk junk in the galaxy. She's got muscles. She's got a serious look on her face. She's got big boobs. I think I'd date her. Okay. I absolutely do not have the energy to start rendering her hair on this thing, so I'm going to have to call it on this one. This is one of the longer streams I've done in a while, but I've been having fun. That's all that matters. All that matters is that I'm having fun. I don't care if you guys are. Just kidding. Okay. Well, 2 penciled pinups in one live stream sitting. Anybody have a preference as to which one works better? The big close-up where she's just standing there, or the jumping through the night sky with the moon and the spotlights behind her? Yeah, any preferences? Anybody think one, like, I'm going to send them both to the guy, but I got to ink them both. Mark, some bitch. What you do? Yeah, now it's backgroundless, but I don't know. I don't know what to put. We're here to focus on just one thing. It's her chest right up front. That's the focus. Maybe I'll put a bunch of fire elements and I'll have all the flames like pointing at her chest as like directional devices to draw your eye. We're trying to sell comics here. And the best way to do that is hot chicks with giant racks. Right? The majority of Kickstarters are to be believed. Okay, I gotta wrap it up. I can't sit in this chair anymore. My ass is about to explode. I'll just leave you guys with that visual. Alright, anybody that's left, there's only says one person watching, but I'll catch you all next time, maybe? Look at that extreme perspective. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Gaten. I don't know. I'll send them both to the guy. I'll let him decide. He'll get them both. He gets a twofer out of me. Just 'cause. Alright, guys. I'll see you later.